Okay. Yeah, he's got all sorts of gear on him. Most of it appears to be highly specialized.
Detect magic.
He's got 2 potions of cure light wounds, 2 vials of poison, a shadow-studded leather, and he's
Ooh.
got a +1 human bane musket that has a
Ooh.
sharpshooter's blade bayonet on it.
What was right before the musket?
The shadow-studded leather, which is his specialty gear.
Okay. Now, is his face still intact? Is there any way
No.
that we could...
His face took 98 points of damage.
Take him to a cleric.
Okay.
Does he have anything on him? Any parchments, documentation,
Oh, let's see here.
envelopes, anything that could be considered
There
orders?
are 3 envelopes. One has the name Haddon Pike, the second has the name Rowena Kell, and the third has the name Corlin. Haddon Pike and Rowena Kell's envelopes have been opened, and Corlin's has not.
Oh, man.
There's
Wow.
also it's got to be a coded missive. So it's just like a sticky note that has like gibberish on it. You know, like HX35C1887.
The plot thickens.
Does anyone have linguistics to kind of interpret this?
Let's try.
Yeah. It says, use the supplied bullets on each. When done, return to Apothecary in Port Peril. I can provide more toxin along with payment if needed. Destroy this after reading. And the note is signed with a very stylized Z with a crossbar through it.
Zorro! Oh.
I go through my head of Chilaxian with Z names in there. It's like, is that the House of Z? Is that the House of Zoom? Is that the House of Zeon? This plot keeps thickening. Well, have the
Okay, so
local
these were-
authority showed up yet?
Nope, no one has showed up.
What the hell? I made a pun.
You know, it's probably going to
So
be at least 3 or 4 minutes before the guards show up. And that's assuming they want to get involved with guns.
Yeah.
Well,
In one of the worst neighborhoods in town. Yeah.
well, I stowed the gun away because I know a friend that probably wants that.
Okay?
All right.
So the Apothecary in Port Peril, it says.
Yeah, by the look of it. Should we inform my lord about the circumstance of the disappearance of certain individuals?
Yeah. Now we just figure out who the heck made the list.
Look like we gotta go to Apothecary and Fort thing. Well, I guess we try to wrap up the bodies as much as possible so they won't bleed in the street. I guess I'm not sure if he wants to dispose of the bodies, but that, or we can. Hey, Adam. Is Adam back yet?
Yeah, I'm here.
By chance, do you have Speak with Undead?
I do
with
not.
Dead?
No, I was actually going to change my spell list once I level up to get some more utility spells, but I've not done that yet.
I think that's cleric only. Yeah, cleric, wizard, shaman, witch, fair enough.
Not sure how well we'd be able to speak with the dead anyways, being his head has been turned into basically paste at this point.
Yeah, Speak
Well,
with Dead
yeah.
will do nothing with...
Oh,
Yeah.
so that's why he went for a headshot. We won't talk to his body. Clever bastard.
Well, and he has to be willing, right?
he gets a will
no,
save.
he has to be willing to be revived. But Speak with
Oh,
Dead,
okay.
you can do against his will with a will save.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Now,
he took out the
it should be
mouth.
noted, Corlin's skull is intact.
Yeah, but you know.
Yeah. Well, we can try with him, but he may not.
Be willing.
Oh, I think might be a little willing to help us find the people who ordered his murder.
For his execution, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I know I would.
Who's gonna come up with the cash for this?
How much would it cost?
I'll look that up.
Whew.
So it's spells, services. Let's see here.
375 gold.
Spell casting is 10 times spell level times caster level. So minimum level is 5 times 3. So 15. So it's 150.
150. Oh, I'm looking at scrolls, that's why.
Yep.
I can pay that.
Okay, so you're looking... I mean, do you even know someone that could cast this?
I can find a chillaxing cleric that's willing to make a quick bet.
Well, this is Ace's town.
Well, we do have a Callistrian cleric in our ship that's been docked.
You see me kind of like...
She hasn't displayed enough mastery of spells to cast something that high level. A 3rd level spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember she casted Silence, but she hasn't cast anything 3rd level or higher.
Well, I figure beans this is Ace's stomping grounds, basically. If there's anyone around that could do it, he would probably already know.
Sure. He could certainly make a charisma-based check. So you tell me what you're looking for with this check.
I am looking for a cleric that's willing to speak with dead and ask a corpse enough questions and not really talk to anybody too much.
Okay, so you're looking for someone who can cast a spell and won't ask questions.
Yes.
All right.
That easy buck. That lawful evil.
Can I aid in this?
11.
Okay.
Or will it matter?
Yeah, you find a guy. His name is Evard, with 2 D's and an exclamation point at the end. He looks like the typical... You've all seen Chillaxian plays, and in most of them there's the evil Chancellor, who's also an arcane spellcaster. He's got, you know, the goatee with the well-oiled forked beard, the pale skin, the dark under eyes, the beady black eye. He's got a widow's peak as well. He looks exactly like the guy in all of those plays.
Yes,
When you enter his shop, he's got all sorts of creature parts, like some are labeled like Dragon's Claws, Eye of Newt, you know, stuff like that, a goat's bladder. And when he enters, he's like, "My name is Evard. I've heard you're looking for someone who can do a little spell casting for you, a little necromancy."
That blood magic, of course.
No, I don't use blood magic, foolish boy.
I kind of look
Necromancy and blood magic are 2 very different things.
Tell me more.
What more is there to say? Necromancy is an accepted school of magic, whereupon you exchange life energies in a very respected tradition. Blood magic uses the powers of others' blood to fuel your spells. It is traditionally considered a forbidden and extremely dangerous form of magic for the backlash it can cause upon the caster. And of course, the risk it carries for the ones they cast it on.
The danger zone.
Only a fool would mess with blood magic. I heard that there was a blood magic caster in the south, a man who could make seagulls explode with his hand. Truly, I heard he met with an ill end. No surprise to me. Such men gather negative energy around themselves. Now, you're looking for a price. I am one of the few people on this island that is capable of casting the spell you seek, and I charge 200 gold pieces.
I will pay the extra 50.
Excellent.
Oh, you don't want to haggle with him?
Bring me the body. Post haste. I shall begin the ritual.
I whisper over the network, the Whisper network. He's kind of a probably going to be difficult if I try to haggle with him personally. And I kind of want to be in and out, deducting money.
Okay, so he lays the corpse in the middle of a summoning circle laid out with rock salt, and throws some silver on him and begins chanting words and slams his staff into the ground, and all of the torches in the room turn to blue flame. After 10 minutes of this, the corpse kind of sits up and is like, "My name is Corlan."
Okay.
So we just ask-
So Evard, exclamation point, gestures the corpse and says, "You have 3 questions. Good luck."
1.
So, Evard with 2 Ds, is that for a double dose of his Pimp Lovin'? Just have to ask.
3.
That would
All
not
right,
be our
what are we
first
going to
question.
ask?
we kind of
not
huddle
be
our
our
heads
first
together. What do we
question.
ask?
First question should probably be, do you know who would have any reason to want yourself and Rowena Kell dead?
Yep.
So the corpse head turns all the way around so it's facing backwards, and you hear
That's
the
creepy.
ligaments and muscles stretching, and it says, "Yes, I know who would want me dead."
Oh, it's going to be like that.
It's like that, is it?
It's like a wish
All
spell,
right.
declawed.
Yeah. They're not necessarily cooperative. Okay. What is who would want you
What
and
is the
Rowena
name?
Kell dead, I guess? Is that good enough?
Proper name.
Proper name of the.
Sarskia Galambar.
Skaskis. Okay.
Hey,
Sarskia.
Gallon.
And what is this guy's name again?
His name is Corlan.
Sarskia.
I think this is a point where Everett slams his staff against the ground and is like, "Choose your next question carefully, or it is your last." Then he adjusts his wizard robes to look more regal, and does the whole "Yes, I'm evil looking."
What about
So, group huddle?
what is the name? Okay. What is the
Like-
name of who was spying for the Chilaxians? How about that? Is that good?
Or names.
So
Yeah, what are the names of the people you know that were spying for the Chilaxians?
So he says, Haddon Pike, Elise Farhaven, Rowena Kellett. And then the head falls off the body and rolls away. Evard leans forward and stops the head from rolling with his foot and says, "Yes, interesting. Interesting indeed. I will not speak of what I saw here to anyone. However, you should know we cannot cast the spell again for at least another week. Would you like to keep the head, or shall I? I've been looking for a Tengu corpse for certain research."
We don't give things away.
Oh, come now, Captain. You come into my shop asking me not to spread word of your questions, and you ask such interesting things about spies in the Shackles? About one of my competitors, Zarskia?
You know this,
Competitor
Sarskia.
What?
Who doesn't know Zarskia? Zarskia Galimbar runs a very profitable apothecary in Port Peril. I'm tired of paying her trumped-up overcharged prices for very critical ingredients for certain spells.
What kind of skills does she
And
have?
frankly, what sort of madman charges 50 gold pieces for an alchemist fire? Ridiculous.
So what kind of like skills does she have? Is she, the arcane arts, the clerically arts?
She is an alchemist, sir.
Oh, alchemist. Do I know
Yes,
nothing
it
about
is very
alchemy?
difficult to run an apothecary without being an alchemist.
I do not. Do I know these things? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I don't care if he keeps the body.
Yes. But try to keep the head intact just in case we have questions in the future.
Excellent.
Of course, we will
So
pay-
he tosses his wizard cloak over the body, and when he pulls the cloak back, the body's gone. He's like, "Maha, Evard with 2 Ds." Tell all your
For a
friends.
double dose of his. Do we know who this Elise Farhaven is?
No.
So we have a new name.
Yes, we do.
We have a couple of new names. Another target, and the person who probably hired the hitman.
Yep. So we should probably find the target soon-ish.
And that's the second reference to the apothecary in Port Peril.
Please remind me what was the first.
The first was... I'll have to scroll back up.
That notes that we found.
Yeah, the letters on the
Burn
assassin
after reading
Payment.
note.
said
Yeah,
return
poison.
to the apothecary in Port Peril.
Yeah.
Like
All right.
so much. The plot, the intrigue, the chase, the hunt.
Excuse me. Sorry. Can't stop yawning all of a sudden.
Sunday nights, man. Is it time for a break or?
No, I feel like we got another couple minutes, like 4 or 5. We could probably get to something sufficiently cliffhangery.
Just have somebody try to kill us again. Yay!
Do we want to teleport directly to outside Zarskia's apothecary in Port Peril?
Sure.
Well,
What's another plunder?
perhaps we should maybe check in with Alaris,
The Lord.
Aranax, maybe to
Tell
find
him
out
what
if he knows
happened.
anything.
Aranax
Yeah,
and
at least
Demian?
let him know what's going on in his town, and then maybe find out if he has any information on this Elise Farhaven.
Okay. So you probably say something like, we should check in with Aranax. Screen, you're now in front of Aranax and Demian.
Tell him, unfortunately,
There's still
Alaris is
numerous
eating
cheeses
cheese, by
out,
the way.
but they're
He's like-
different cheeses. He's got this huge sub roll that he's putting cold cuts onto with sliced cheeses. He's like, "So, Scourge, you're back. What can I do for you?"
We have a
Then he
bit.
uses his gigantic broadsword to cut the sub in half.
he cuts it so clean that it
Hard
doesn't
as heck to
splatter
get
or
those
anything.
things clean.
It's a
We do
magical
have a
sword,
bit
though.
more information. We found Corlan, but unfortunately a sniper was there at the same time we were, and
He's like,
executed
"Corlan,
him.
who is this Corlan you speak of?"
this was one other in the chain of folks that we believe we have enough information to say we're spying for the Chilaxians. And
I'm confused, though. I'm glad to hear that a Chilaxian spy is dead. And it sounds like perhaps you have some leads to the network, but weren't you investigating my warehouse agent that was missing?
we haven't made it that
Corlan is an associate
is
of
the
Rowena
agent.
Kell.
Yes, Rowena Kell was on the list of... Okay, the assassin that killed Corlan had several envelopes. The envelope that had Rowena's name on it was opened and marked, and the envelope for Haddon Pike was opened and marked, but the envelope for
Elise Farhaven.
Corlan
Oh, Corlan.
was not, but we didn't find one for Elise Farhaven, so we don't think they know. Whoever hired that assassin either did not know or hired someone else for Farhaven. It appears as though she has so far escaped, and we'd like to see if we can find her But first, we wanted to let you know what was going on. So it appears as though your warehouse manager has been executed, even though we haven't found a body yet.
So he's like squeezing the sub sandwich now, and it like everything's flowing out of it, like the lettuce and tomatoes are being like crushed as he's like, "You're saying Rowena Kellett was a Chilaxian spy? Are you certain your information is correct?"
There is a potential.
She served me
Forgive
for
me
a
for
dozen
stepping
years
in.
faithfully. She came with me when I left Cheliaxian service. I find this extremely hard to believe. She has
There's
a death
also-
warrant back in Cheliax.
There's also a
Corlan,
potential that she may be caught up in something far larger than she could deal with on her own and could be on the run at the moment.
She should have come to me with this. And like he
Yeah.
throws the sub sandwich at a window and it shatters, and we follow like the sub as it falls like hundreds of feet off the cliff. Damn it, Rowena!
and Corlan said that she was one of the spies. He specifically called out Haddon Pike, Rowena Kell, and Elise Farhaven as the spies when we asked.
I've never heard of Elise Farhaven or Haddon Pike.
Haddon Pike is the shipsman that was going back and forth.
The late
here.
Pike.
The master of the Gales problem. Well, I suppose I should compose him a letter.
Well, he's no one's problem anymore. Pike is dead.
The problem is Chilaxian spies. If the spy network has infested in Drenchport and Hell's Harbor, we're going to need to start security procedures.
That would be wise, and that's why we
I
came
know I'm
first.
the pirate lord in charge of internal security of the entire Shackles. It's going to be some changes in how we operate.
Well, we would like to try to find this Elise Farhaven without her knowing that we're looking for, or without anyone else knowing that we're looking for. So far,
I've never heard of Elise Farhaven.
hopefully someone
up you
here
there.
has.
Are you sure that that's wise? How skilled are you at tracking this kind of political intrigue? Perhaps it's better to leave this to me.
Well, apparently, seeing as how everybody we've tried to talk to has been killed, not that good.
So he's just like doing this. He's like, let me deal with Elise Farhaven. You've done enough.
Very well. We would appreciate letting us know if you find any more information.
So he's like picks up a clipboard and starts writing something out and calls in a messenger boy. He says, I'll make sure these 2 points of plunder. So he doesn't say 2 points of plunder, but he's like, I'll make sure some platinum is sent to your ship in thanks for letting me know this.
Of course, my lord. I gotta protect the people of the Hell's Harbor of your domain.
Yes, well, I have to protect the whole Shackles. It's time to activate our defensive plans. I'm going to be a very busy and very important man in the days to come. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to arrange a funeral for a good friend.
I'm going to ask Aces in private once there is privacy. Like, how much do you trust this man? I know that he's willing to help us in this endeavor, but, you know, if he...
That was my cat attacking. Just in case you're wondering.
Do you have any? What do you call it? Like gut reaction that he may be covering up something that he's done himself, as he seems to be.
In the privacy of our ship.
Well, I'm just saying any like, you know.
I think he's
Privacy.
asking where are you saying this? Is it literally in front of Aronax and Demian?
No. I said in the
No, we're not
privacy.
putting in front of him. That's like
No,
oh, God,
like
why?
in the next privacy situation,
Okay.
whatever that may
All
be.
right. So maybe we're back on the ship, and you're like on the back by the wheel, and there's like Chilaxian men like loading chests full of platinum onto your ship.
I wait for them to leave first.
Yeah. All right. They leave.
Okay.
Yeah,
I go down
I'm just
to our
asking
office.
Aces.
We probably share rooms because it's the officer quarter. You kind of see my science stuff there, kind of set up in the corner where I do the crafting.
Oh yeah, I mean we probably pray at this same shrine, at the Callistrian shrine, and
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I want to have a talk, and just like thinking.
Like, I see your concerns. I trust him, but I don't put it past him that he's a spy. And if he is, I don't want to lead him off that he's, a thing. I think he's a great man. He done great things for me and my family, but you never know what happens when you get cracked under pressure or he might be bribed.
So you do believe there might be a possibility that he's trying to cover his own tracks?
Yeah, you never know, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt since he's my lord, but I wouldn't put it past him.
Wow, way to stay right on the fence. Just walk right down the middle of it.
Hey, I'm a
Aces
pirate.
for
That's
mayor.
all you do. As a pirate, you're always on the fence, technically. You never
He's
know
like,
who's going to
we shouldn't abandon the poor people, but we shouldn't support them either.
Exactly.
Vote for me as mayor.
4 more
Mayor
years.
Dewey.
Mayor Dewey.
He's a pretty good mayor, man.
He is.
So yeah, I'm definitely like, I mean, I'm still.
I know what you're saying, but you kind of understand what I'm saying.
Like for me, it's like, we're trying to build, political friends. So
Plus,
even if
he
someone's
wasn't
doing
on the hit list neither, that's the weird thing.
At the end of the day, like, who cares who's the spy, right? We're just trying to gain political favors. We're not like, oh my gosh, someone's a spy at Chilaxian Fleet. Like, I mean, sure, it's not good, but it's not like costing us anything, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were just asked to find out. We have enough information to go back and report.
It might cost the pirate lords quite a bit.
Yeah.
Plus, in this endeavor, we picked up a little trophy for our friend Agderjack, whatever the hell he is, as we look up to this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I realize we're increasing our infamy, increasing our renown, increasing, like, our influence on the Shackles, and that's basically the goal.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, like, if we trust a guy who's going to handle it, and it doesn't handle correctly, then we'll find out and then we'll deal with it.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know I'm suspicious of your lord. That's all.
Oh, fair enough.
Just letting you know I don't trust him, or maybe even you. All right, that's a good cliffhanger to go out on.
Which I tell him.
Hey, where Dom's like, yeah, I don't really trust him, but maybe I do. I want to trust him, but I'm not sure. And Alaris is like, we can't trust anybody. You got to keep your head on the swivel. You got to step on the package a few times before you open it.
Yep. It might be a bomb. It might be a bomb strapped to a bomb. You just don't know.
Talk to the Callistrian priest in our ship and be like, look, you need to step up your game too. You're talking a lot, and sometimes we need to talk to the dead folks.